Welcome back, fellow armchair generals, and hello to everyone out on Twitch currently, or maybe watching later. This is Gamer1745 here with Kaiserreich. We are still trying to work out what's going on in Europe, as well as our war with the American Union State, trying to unify America again under the Pacific States of America. And hey, if you haven't already, please follow me on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. Love to see you around more often. Okay, looks like that was a interesting move into there. We want to sort of freeze out the Mexican United Mexican States. So we're going to push into there. And ads suggested that we take Europa Commission to maybe annex Austria here, so we will start that. So let's continue battles in America. Panzers quick already, okay.
Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle.
Des Moines.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Hello, Django. Good to see you.
Ihre Befehle. Achtung! Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle. Befehle. Zuhören. Ausrücken.
Okay, Canadian Commonwealth. Yes, they are not doing well at all. I don't know what their justification for continued opposition to us is.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Angetreten. Befehle. Ausrücken.
We may have to invade Mexico.
Achtung! Ihre Befehle.
Probably one war at a time would be best.
Angetreten. Achtung! Angetreten.
Force advance, yes.
Zuhören. Angetreten. Ausrücken. Bereit. Zuhören. Ausrücken. Ausrücken!
Yeah, well, there are having massive problems.
Zuhören! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Zuhören! Ausrücken!
That way.
Achtung! Bereit! Ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Hello, Neutron Pulsar. Good to see you again. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the battle plans. I've tried and tried to play with them going way,
Bereit
way
zum
back.
Ausrücken!
And
Ausrücken!
a lot of people keep suggesting, oh, we'll use the bonuses and whatnot. I just, no. I've just got to where I don't play with it at all.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören. Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören. Ausrücken. Bereit. Angetreten. Befehle. Ihre Befehle. Zuhören.
You guys go there.
Befehle.
There. Around
Ihre
north,
Befehle.
like that. And go to Chicago.
Ausrücken. Zuhören.
Okay, what's he trying to do here? Okay, well, wasn't sure about that.
Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Achtung! Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Achtung!
They can get that up.
Bereit. Achtung!
Put that in the pocket there.
Achtung!
Okay, you drive up to there. Just cut
Ihre
these
Befehle.
guys off entirely. I guess by
Achtung!
now this is just a route.
Bereit.
Oh, sure I can. Okay, currently we have... back here. This is the current state of Europe. Mostly part of Middle Europa, including France and the United Kingdom, as well as the Italian Federation and not Austro-Hungary. Unfortunately, we sort of have the Commune and the Dominion of India ruling here. The German Empire expanded a bit more in China, and the Queen, we puppeted Japan there. These guys are still messing around here. We already did that once. Iron Guard in Romania. And this is what's left of them. For some reason we couldn't take all the province. We might. Okay, you can send some division. India decided to give a hand yet here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören.
So far, the AI does not seem to understand the concept of reserves. Almost getting to Atlanta, which is nice. I don't think we'll burn it. Yeah, I don't know why they sent them over to Europe when we're fighting over here. Fall of the Atlanta. Yes, and to be over.
Ihre Befehle. Ausrücken.
Okay, our armor isn't doing so well.
Befehle.
Well, actually, you guys can there now.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
You attack there, you guys here.
Ausrücken.
Guns from Middle Africa, okay.
Ihre Befehle. Ausrücken.
Coming up behind them.
Achtung. Befehle.
Okay, got another
Bereit zum
pocket
Ausrücken.
Brush them.
Ihre Befehle.
Hello, Arno. Good to see you. Doing well. I hope you're doing well too.
Achtung.
Okay, so
Zuhören.
fewer limited Mexico's expansion.
Bereit. Befehle. Bereit. Ihre Befehle. Angetreten. Angetreten. Zeigt es ihnen. Befehle.
Got that pocket.
Befehle.
There. Okay, now you come this way.
Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Yeah. Going to Scary, see the world.
Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten. Ausrücken.
Cross that river, then we'll have you attack again.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Angetreten. Befehle. Bereit. Angetreten. Befehle. Bereit. Zuhören. Ausrücken.
That way. Cross the river there.
Ihre Befehle.
There. Keep moving, just keep moving.
Achtung.
I know I'm managing this, but it's not
Ausrücken.
going quite as fast. They keep showing up over here, but they don't give me control of them. They want to control them. Nah.
Angetreten. Zuhören.
You support that.
Bereit zum
You
Ausrücken.
there.
Angetreten. Befehle.
What's there?
Ausrücken.
Gotta go this way.
Ihre Befehle. Achtung.
I don't know this stuff.
Ausrücken.
And
Zuhören. Angetreten.
what's that attack?
Ihre Befehle. Ausrücken. Achtung. Bereit.
We're pushing in. Got lots of
Befehle.
pushing that way.
Bereit. Befehle. Ausrücken. Ihre Befehle. Ausrücken.
Oh, okay, we can do some more research. What do we want to research here? Better military police. Interesting, Django. Oh, so you think it... Well, see, that's why do you think was the right year to invade the Soviet Union when obviously it didn't
Achtung.
work?
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle. Befehle. Ausrücken. Angetreten. Bereit.
I'm still of the opinion that the Germans just did not have the. Now, of course, I'm not the greatest expert on it, but that they just did not have the ability to sustain the offensive or produce enough equipment to. As one author, I was watching a video that he was talking about. The Germans did not have a strategy for World War II. They just operationally operated, but without a, if you will, strategical goal. Okay, let's pause this while I read Django's, because no rifle division with that. Well, you see, I guess there's two elements looking at for the invasion of the Soviet Union. One is the state of the Soviet Army, and I'm not disputing anything you're saying. I don't have enough information to, and I think you're probably correct, Django. The other element is the state of the German army. Does it matter the condition of the Soviet army if you can't go there even if there's no resistance? So that's sort of my point, is that the Germans did not have the sustainability of the offensive. Now, would they have ever had it? Well, maybe not, and so maybe that was the best time. But, you know, I just don't see them having, you know, no matter what the resistance of the Soviets is like, they just don't have the ability to sustain operations long enough to achieve a victory. And they don't have the production ability to produce compared to the Soviets, compared to the Western Allies. No, I disagree with you, Neutron. They did not have enough. The Germans were constantly undersupplied, under-equipped from the beginning.
Angetreten. Zuhören. Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Well, what of the army that the Soviets counterattacked with in winter? That army was being prepared, my understanding, prior to the German invasion. So you have the army that is right up, and again, I haven't read it in a long time. You have the army that's sort of, or armies or whatever you want to call them, right up along the, if you will, German-Soviet border. You have the sort of the armies that are back from there, but between there and Moscow. And then you have the armies that are being built in the east. From what I understand, it's sort of a myth that they rushed a bunch of divisions from the Far East Japanese front. That there was some transfer, but it wasn't nearly the primary thing. It was mostly units being built east of Moscow, starting prior to the German invasion. Right, yes, exactly, Django. So that's sort of what, and so those forces there were not engaged until their counteroffensive, if you will, the winter offensive, whatever you want to call it. They're the ones that seem to be better equipped with T-34s and the alike. You're right, Neutron Pulsar, but, you know, the Germans, in the winter counteroffensive that the Soviets have, they take 1 million casualties in that one sort of counteroffensive in that winter. So the Germans are devastated by that. And I just don't know if there's any good records, but the level of equipment lost, because there was so much equipment lost just because they had no antifreeze in engines, so that they couldn't get, whether it was a tank, a truck, an aircraft, whatever, started. And so with the Russians, yeah, during the winter offensive, end of 41, beginning of 42, it was about 1 million men from the thing I just watched. I'll post a link to it up on something soon, but it by an author who's written a book on the last days of the German army. He's recently been looking into, but he was being asked questions. So 1 million men lost in that counteroffensive. So that's, you know, that's pretty heavy for the Germans. Okay, well, with all this fun talk, I'm going to end the episode here. We are crushing the American Union state. We are restoring the Pacific, well, restoring hopefully unified America under the Pacific States of America. So, everyone, I want to thank you for liking the videos. I want to thank you just for watching. And, of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Love to see you around more often. And please post comments, questions, suggestions, ideas. You really should come and check out our chats on Twitch, because we talk about all kinds of interesting things while playing the game. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.